Hi everyone, my name's Marcus Nichols and I had HSCT in Mexico 10 weeks ago. So updates, a week and a half ago now, I had my rituximab infusion, which went very well. The infusion itself didn't bother me at all, which was fantastic news. Yeah, just not a problem at all. So I was very happy about that. What has happened though over the last week and a half or so is that all of my symptoms have increased, in the sense that sort of where I thought I was probably getting a little bit of gain, it all seems to have just got smashed on its head, basically. And I felt like I was back at sort of square one, and dealing with all the bits and pieces that comes with that. So being quite physically knocked around and everything else. Now it could be the rituximab, it could just be the roller coaster of HSCT. I don't know, but yeah, the last couple of weeks or week and a half haven't been as good because of all of that. Outside of that, to add to it, we've just had our first round of sort of warm weather, and unfortunately heat tolerance hasn't been something that I've picked up, not at this stage, and I'm hoping to pick it up soon, but simply just being out in a bit of heat just inflamed my hands and my feet, to the point where they were back to basically all just normal, which is normal to me is extreme numbness, sensitivity in my fingers where I can't really type or do any of that sort of stuff, and my right foot is incredibly hot and irritated and uncomfortable. So yeah, and that was like, bloody hell, the summer's coming and I was hoping to be a bit further down the path and be a bit better with the heat tolerance. So I was a bit disappointed in that, but hey, plenty of time, and time will tell. So lots to come about and lots to move forward with, and we'll keep going forward with that. That's all the bad things. Good things. Well, rituximab, and that did really well with that. Other good things is my partner's actually had a pretty bloody nasty cold for the last week, and I don't have it, which is quite surprising because she's been knocked over head and shoulders. Spent a few days sort of struggling and in bed and all the rest of it, and I'm still functioning, so which is quite good, and I'm the one with no immunity. So hey, I obviously have something there, something's working, so which is a good thing. In my last blog, I mentioned I would talk about my reasonings for HSCT above all other options that are currently out there, and I have spoken about it, I think, in one of my earlier blogs before I went to Mexico. But just to reconfigure it and refine or re-mention the reasons why I believed in HSCT, and that's basically because all of the drugs that are currently on the market for MS all help to delay the progression of multiple sclerosis, which is a good thing, right? In lots of ways, and lots have side effects and all the rest of it, but on a whole, they're designed to delay the progression. Okay, some people get much better results than other people from them, and that's all sort of fine. HSCT is the only thing that, although it's not recognised yet and all the rest of it, that actually is stopping the progression. So it actually stops the progression. Now, not for everyone, but for a larger percentage of people, they are getting their MS being stopped, and that's in the vicinity of 80% up, and that's pretty high numbers when you talk about this sort of thing. So to me, stopping the progression was absolute. To me, that's the thing that I wanted more than anything. I wanted to stop the progression moving forward from this sort of point of view, or this time of view. Sorry, this time of, words escape me. At this presence, at this time, I just didn't want to get any worse than I currently am. So yeah, to me, stopping the progression was a really, really big thing. The other upside of HSCT is a percentage of people, and pretty good numbers, around the 60 to 70% mark, get reversal of some symptoms. Not all symptoms, some symptoms, and it's varied. So some people will get very minor reversal, other people will get really big reversal of things, and people who have been in wheelchairs are now walking again or running again, which is phenomenal. Right? Other people go from, say, my situation where I use a cane and I have bad balance, to where I hope to not have to use a cane and I can walk quite comfortably without actually getting tired and sort of things like that. That would be to me, that would be a big thing. Now, it may come, it may not come. The other thing is that it takes time. Now, you get some benefits, and some people say they get little tiny benefits straight away, within the first week to 2 weeks of HSCT. But on a whole, the time frames it takes is between sort of 3 months and 2 years, and it's varied, and it's not random as in you get, or I said it's very random as in the sense that you get little improvements here and there, but it's not this thing of going where, well, it is where you can be just not getting any improvement and then all of a sudden you'll get an improvement, and a big improvement. And that's the randomness of what multiple sclerosis is, but it's also the randomness of HSCT and getting reversal of symptoms. I hope I made that clear. I don't know if I did. I think I rattled on. But yeah, the thing is that I could go a year and a half and have no benefit at all in really anything, and then in the last 6 months I could just go whammo and get massive amount of benefit. And that's the thing, you don't know. But people are still getting benefits off HSCT 2 years in. And that's recorded evidence of people getting benefits from HSCT. So there's certainly a lot of benefits to know that we can actually sort of get that along the way, and not to be too down on yourself if you're a couple of months post like I am, 12 weeks, and feel like I haven't really sort of scratched the surface of where I'd like to be. But again, you get focused on that because that's something that's measurable, in the sense that that's the things that affect you on a daily basis. The progression's the big one. If I can stop the progression and stop ending up in a wheelchair, or worse, then hey, that's a fabulous thing. And if that's all I get, then I'm all for it, and I'll take every ounce of that in every scope. So yeah, so that's my reasoning. Outside of that, guys, everything else is rolling along. More of the same, doing oxygen treatment still. Maybe that's what's stopping me getting my partner's cold, I don't know, because we do share a bed, so it's not like I'm trying to protect or she's trying to protect herself from me or any of that sort of stuff. I still kiss her, I still do all that, I just haven't been affected by it at all, which is great. So for now, I'll say bye to everyone, and 12 weeks post HSCT, going strong, and we'll keep moving forward from this point out, and we'll speak to you in a couple of weeks. Thanks everyone.